That was me every single workday until I found Tabbit Browser. Here is the scenario. I'm in the middle of research. I've got sources everywhere, half-written notes and random docs, and I'm constantly switching tools. Then I start using Tabbit and my entire workflow changed. Today I'm gonna show you exactly how I use it in my real day-to-day, from research to content creation, and you'll see why this isn't just another browser. So it's a workspace that actually thinks with you. Okay, so here we are on Tabbit Browser. So first thing you notice, it looks clean, really clean. So but it's not just about looks, okay? So the main tagline they have is understand your context, organize your work, automate tasks, expand possibility. And honestly, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. As you see guys here, tabs, groups, files. So here this is where it already start being different. So instead of having a million tabs open, so you can group them. But what's really powerful here is something called smart tag organization. So for example, instead of just organizing manually, you can assign tags to pages, files, or entire groups, and Tabbit can automatically categorize and retrieve them later. Okay, so for example, I can tag things like research, for example, or content ideas or client work, and instantly filter everything across my workspace. So it's not just a cleaner, so it actually makes your browser searchable in a smarter way. So here also you can see sidebar chat. So here where it gets fun. So you can chat with your AI assistant while staying on the page you're working on. So that's impressive. And here is the key part. So you can mention tabs, groups, files, and even external pages. So whether it's something you currently have open or something say from before, you can pull into the conversation instantly. So that means the AI isn't guessing, so it actually understands your full working context. And also we have free model switching, and this one blew me away. So Tabbit gives you access to multiple top tier AI models like GPT 5.4, Claude Sonnet 4.6, and Gemini 3 Pro, and also DeepSeek V3. So the list goes on, and you can switching freely. So if one model is better at research and another better at summarizing, you can just toggle. Alright, now here is where it gets interesting. So Tabbit isn't just a smart chat sidebar. So it has this feature called scales, and no, it's not just a fancy name. So it actually lets you turn repetitive prompts or workflows into one-click actions. So there are three kinds of scales. Prompt scales here basically save prompts you use often, so no more copy pasting the same instruction over and over. And also script scales. So here you can describe a function in plain English. So, and Tabbit will generate a script for you. You can just modify it or run it directly. And finally, agent scales. So here, fully autonomous AI that can handle multi-step tasks, run in the background, and give you results without your babysitting. Okay, so yeah, so wait, look at that. You can literally hand off a workflow. So go grab a coffee and come back, and the AI already did the work. So that's actually crazy compared to normal browsers. So where you go to the window. Okay, now let's test this. I want to see how Tabbit handles summarizing research papers. So for example, I add a bunch of PDFs and web pages to a group, and I type a more specific prompt in the sidebar. So for example, I will paste this from these documents, extract the main problem, proposed solution, and key results for each paper. So, and finally compare them in a structured table. Okay, so let's paste it and hit enter. So look at that, within seconds I processed 20 different documents, summarize them, and output a table. So I didn't have to copy anything. Okay, so open Excel or manually extract info, so everything is nearly presented. So to be honest, this is exactly the kind of thing that makes me think, why haven't browsers done this before? Alright, now let's try a creative workflow now, something I actually do every week as a content creator. So I've already saved a prompt skill called YouTube Content Generator. So instead of writing my brief every time, I just click it, and the prompt behind it is generate 5 YouTube video ideas about AI tools, including a clickable title, one or two sentence description and optimize hashtags. Okay, so I added some of my previous scripts and video outlines as context, so the AI knows my style. Okay, and I hit execute. Okay, so full table, title, descriptions, and hashtags, everything ready to paste into my planning. So for content creators, this is genuinely a game changer. Okay, now here is the part I really want to highlight. And I think this is one of the most underrated feature in Tabbit. So it's called Skill Square, and it's the community hub where all shared skills live. Okay, so when you build a skill you're proud of, like my YouTube content generator, you don't have to keep it yourself. Okay, so you just hit share right inside the edit skill panel, so as you see guys here, and you got three options: keep it private, share it with anyone who has the link, or, and this is the one, publish to market. Okay, so one click and your skill is live on Skill Square, so for the entire Tabbit community to discover and use. And on the flip side, if someone else already built a workflow you need, it's right there waiting for you. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So here's my challenge to you. So if you build something useful, share it, okay? And on the flip side, if someone else already built a workflow you need, so it's right there waiting for you. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel, okay? So here's my challenge to you. If you build something useful, share it, okay? So whether it's a research workflow, a content planner, a summarizer, publish it to Skill Square. So the more people contribute, the smarter this whole ecosystem gets. So I'll drop the link to Skill Square in the description, so you can go explore what's already there. Some of the automations people have built are genuinely impressive. And if you publish one of your own, drop the link in the comments. So I'm really curious what workflows you all come up with. Okay, next let's talk about organizing your tabs. So many of us have tab scales, so 50 tabs open, bookmarks scattered, notes everywhere, and Tabbit solves this by letting you group related pages, as you see guys here, attach files or screenshots, and highlight content directly in your tabs and add it as a context. So it's a vertical sidebar, so your main window stays clean and focused, but everything is just one click away. So another thing I love, the subscription manager. So it logs into your email, checks all your subscription accounts, and generates a poll with users and billing info. So you can literally see which subscriptions are active, so which you're not using, and get actionable recommendations. Honestly, that's a huge time saver, so I've wasted hours trying to do that manually. Okay, but real talk for a second. Privacy. So this is something that usually worries me with AI tools, but Tabbit seems serious about it. Okay, so they say your data stays with you. You can choose what the AI sees, okay? And they even have a note about Chinese AI models, so your data won't just flow back to China, okay? So it's nice to see a browser and AI tool that doesn't feel like it's just data harvesting. Okay, now let's do one more automation demo. So the background agent feature. So this is actually something I used during my research days, and it becomes one of my favorite parts of Tabbit, okay? So it is a real scenario. I'm preparing for a YouTube video and I've booked 15 articles over the week. Okay, so instead of reading each one manually, I do this. So I select all the bookmarks and add them as a context, and I run a AI agent or an agent scale. So find main points and suggest actionable next steps. And finally, I walk away and keep working on something else. Back in a few minutes, so the agent finished processing everything, create a clean summary, and even suggested next steps for my project. So I didn't touch anything, and it didn't block my computer. That's huge. Okay, so what makes this different from other tools is the file workflow integration. So you can combine your browser, bookmarks, local files, uploaded PDFs, all in one agent run. So most tools make your sit there and wait. So this actually lets you work in parallel. Okay, now my honest thoughts. So I know it's not perfect. A couple of things I noticed, so it's still in beta. So sometimes the interface can feel a bit clunky, and learning to create more advanced skill takes a few tries. And also, some AI models are faster than others, so you may need to switch depending on tasks. But honestly, these are small trade-offs for what you get. So and here is something worth highlighting. Right now, all model functionalities are available completely for free. So you get access to every AI model, every feature, no paywalls at this stage. So it's all included. So if you're someone who works online, handles search or creates content, so this could save hours of repetitive work every day. Okay, so that's impressive. Okay, so to be honest, this is the kind of tool I wish existed a few years ago. So it's not perfect yet, it's beta, but for anyone looking to streamline workflows, automate repetitive tasks, and integrate AI directly into your browser, so it's worth checking out.